Welcome to Bhagavad Gita for the Creative Soul. This is episode 22, Creating with Peace and Joy. And Saurin is figuring out how to work from a space of happiness and harmony, rather than duty and responsibility.
In episode 2, Creating Without Attachments, I touched upon Nishkam Karm. This is selfless action or detached involvement and is neither negative nor indifferent. But the opposite of indifference is love. And that is where I want to operate from. A love for life and for creation on a path that is guided by joy and peace. I do not subscribe to the philosophy that life is war. Yes, we have battles to fight. And it may feel as if that's all we do. And yes, Krishna narrates the Gita on the battlefield. But the Bhagavad Gita is a life guide for me, not a war guide. Life need not just be about duties and responsibilities. The following shlok shows how.
Yastvat maratir ev syad, atmatriptascha manavah, atmanyev cha santushtah, tasya karyam na vidyate. Chapter 3, verse 17. Those who take delight in the self and are content within the human form, their actions stem from joy and peace rather than duty and responsibility.
The shlok suggests that creativity, and indeed life, blossoms from a deep sense of fulfillment, peace, and self-satisfaction. When I am content in my own existence and find genuine joy within myself, then I become a fertile ground for life and creativity to flourish. In this state, life does not feel forced and unnatural, and creativity spontaneously emerges as an expression of my inner self. My challenge with imposter syndrome, which I spoke about in episode 1, means that I have difficulty trusting my abilities and skills. I often go down the path of if only and end up comparing myself with not just writers and other creatives, but even those on a more materialistic path. I must stop doing this. And here are some action steps I can take. Put myself first. This means prioritizing my well-being and personal growth by building a routine and establishing them as habits. In episode 18, Making Creativity Easily Accessible, I emphasize Cal Newport's book as an ideal way to place myself first by engaging in deep work. Practicing self-care. Creating from a space of joy and peace requires me to take care of myself mentally and emotionally. I have begun daily practices of self-reflection, exercises, reading, and relaxation. And at the top of my read and implement list is Julia Cameron's The Artist's Way. Know my worth. In order to prioritize and practice self-care, I must first consider myself as worthy. In The Gifts of Imperfection, Brené Brown introduces wholehearted living, which revolves around engaging with my life from a place of worthiness. It involves cultivating the courage, compassion, and connections to wake up in the morning and think, no matter what gets done and how much is left undone, I am enough. It's going to bed each night knowing, yes, I am imperfect and vulnerable and sometimes afraid. But that doesn't change the truth that I am also brave and worthy of love and belonging. Know myself. To know my worth, I must know who I am and who I am not. As I had shared in episode 19, during my self-reflection, I have started to consider what truly makes me come alive, understand my core values, and align my goals with them. keep a joy and peace journal. I've previously discussed my challenges with daily journaling. However, what if I maintain a journal where I record large and tiny moments of joy or peace? By embracing these steps, I'm beginning a journey towards nurturing myself, embracing worthiness, and connecting deeply with my creativity. These practices will craft a space where my creative spirit will thrive and transform, and will help me to build a life where joy, peace, and authenticity come together. Thank you for your time and attention, the greatest gift you can give me. I am Saurin Desai, and each week I delve into the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita. Together, let's create a community of creative souls on this journey of self-discovery and growth. If you have any thoughts, questions, or feedback, reach me at gitacreativesoul@gmail.com. And from this moment onward, I am on a quest to work from a space of peace and joy rather than duty and responsibility.